Hi, welcome back once again. This is Nick Egram. Now I'm ready to solve some examples in this topic, sum and difference of two angles identities. And I pasted a picture or a list of all the identities, sum and difference identities that we have discussed. The only difference here is that they use A and B, and I use alpha and beta. But it is similar. It is the same, not similar. They are the same. Okay, using the formula for the cosine of the difference of two angles, find the exact value of cosine 5 pi divided by 4 minus pi over 6. Okay? Then we need to use I need a pen. Then we need to use this identity. So we have cosine 5 pi over 4 minus pi over 6 is equal to cosine 5 pi over 4 cosine pi over 6 plus sine 5 pi over 4 sine pi over 6. And we know that 5 pi over 4 is in the second quadrant. So that is 45 degrees. Okay, to remind you of our special angles, we have, if we have a right triangle here, that is also an isosceles triangle. If this is 1 and this is x and this is x, so we know that we have 2x squared is equal to 1 and x is equal to the square root of 1 half, or that is 1 divided by square root of 2, or square root of 2 divided by 2. That is what we know. And this is your 45 degrees or pi over 4. Okay. 5 pi over 4 plus pi, and that is not on the second quadrant, that is on the third quadrant, sorry. This is now is on the third quadrant. Okay, this is also on the third quadrant. Okay, and then we have also, if you remember, our pi over 6, or that is 30 degrees. And then we have this one is 2, and this one is 1. This is also a square root of 3. So sine of pi over 6 is, now we can use both of them now. So we have on the third quadrant for cosine, that is negative square root of 2. I should use the same pen, the same color. Square root of 2 divided by 2, that's negative, multiplied by cosine pi over 6, that is square root of 3 divided by 2, plus a sine on the third quadrant is also negative, and sine is the same as cosine, that's negative, multiplied by sine, that's positive, sine 30 degrees, that's 1 half. Okay, then we have square root of 6 divided by 4, that's negative, minus square root of 2 divided by 4. Then we have negative square root of 6 minus square root of 2 divided by 4. Let's take the next. Use the sum and difference identities to evaluate the difference of the angles and show that part A equals part B. Okay, we will show that they are the same. Okay, for A, we have the sine minus B. So we have sine 45 degrees minus 30 degrees is equal to sine 45 degrees cosine 30 degrees, minus cosine 45 degrees sine 30 degrees. And we know that sine 45 degrees, that is square root of 2 divided by 2. And cosine 30 degrees is, if you don't remember, here they go, that is square root of 3 divided by 2. Square root of 3 divided by 2. Subtracted by cosine 45 degrees is the same, square root of 2 divided by 2. Multiplied by sine 30 is here now. We have 1/2. We have 1/2. So we have square root of 6 divided by 4 minus square root of 2 divided by 4. And we will show with sine 135 for the B now, if we can find the same. Sine 135 degrees minus 120 degrees. 135 is in the second quadrant and 120 is in the second quadrant. That is the same as 45 degrees on the second quadrant. Okay. And this is 120, 90 plus, this is 60 degrees on the second quadrant. So we have sine 135 degrees cosine 120 degrees minus cosine 135 degrees as sine 120 degrees. Okay, sine 135, that is also 45 in the second quadrant, that is positive for sine, multiplied by 60. Here is our special angle, 60. Cosine is 1/2. We have 1/2, but it is on the second quadrant, so we have negative there. Okay, minus cosine 135, that is negative, second quadrant, square root of 2 divided by 2, multiplied by sine 120, that is square root of 3 divided by 2. It is still positive because it is sine. Then we have square root of 2 divided by 4, and that's negative. And then we have two negatives, that is positive, square root of 6 divided by 4. As you can see, they are the same. Okay, in my next video, I will be discussing more examples. And I hope you will be there to watch and learn. And yeah, do it by yourself if you want. And have a nice day. Thank you for watching.